Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the weekly Green Room. We are doing things a little bit differently today, but we will give you more information on that. So today should be for new applicants. So we want to welcome everybody that has joined us today. We do see quite a lot of people coming through at the moment, probably about 20 odd people at the moment, and we do think that it's going to grow and grow to more. All right. If you are in the program, today should probably not be for you, but like I said, we will get into more detail on that quite soon. But we just want to welcome you on this Thursday afternoon once again. If you are from South Africa, if you're in another part of the country, good morning to you as well. But today we are excited to share with you what we are going to be doing. And this is for people that are going to be form part of the new part of the family of the Live Your Dream program. Trevor, would you just do a bit of an intro for us? As always, we're going through the motions as always.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, everybody. It's great to be here in the Green Room today with you again. It's certainly a little bit cold out there. I trust that everybody is warm. If you're in this part of the country, if you are elsewhere, then I'm sure that you're enjoying some good summers. So who we are, you with Trevor and Lenny. We are the founders of the Nduku Group. We started this company in early 2019. And what we do is we assist people to get to America. And if it is your dream to get to America and live the American dream, then you are in the right space, in the right place, in the right time. We have got our partners in America called Visa Solutions, the internationally acclaimed Visa Solutions, and they have got a number of different branches all across the world, one specifically in South Africa as well. And what we're going to talk to you today about is the opportunity that lies for you if this is a consideration for you. I think that many people, Lenny, I think what we need to share with everyone is that our phones have actually been going a little bit crazy at the moment. Yeah. We've had so many inquiries. And what we're wanting to do is, what Lenny and I felt is, we want to use this time and space to really just get into your lounge, into your office, get before you, to share what we do and how we do it, so that you could really just take this opportunity, instead of us rather only getting to you next week or trying to set up appointments at a later stage. This space gives you a good holistic understanding of what it is that we do. Anyway, so let's talk about the Green Room, Len, as it normally presents.
Yeah. Okay. So normally what we would be doing on a Thursday with the Green Room. So the Green Room is normally, as we say, is the immigration space that we give you information about immigration. And we will be covering topics on psychology of immigration, immigrating with pets and guns, and how to transfer things, and houses and credit scores and all that type of thing, that once you are part of the program, this is what the Green Room would be for you. All right. But today, like Trevor said, we are taking the opportunity, seeing of what has happened over the last couple of days. As Trevor said, we've gotten lots of calls, lots of people that all of a sudden, what has happened in our country has pushed people maybe just too far, and they want to re-explore immigration. They must have done some research at some level about immigrating to America and what that looks like. And then somehow they've come across our website, or they have been a referral, or you've actually chatted to us in the past, but you were still looking at other areas and other ways to get yourself into America. But now you have come across our paths again, but you want to know what is going on with Nduku, where are we with the immigration space at the moment, and what are the positions that we do have. So what we're going to do today, normally how it will happen, is that if we get in contact with you as a first touch person, is we would give you normally a call where we will give you a high level understanding of who we are, what the timelines are, what the cost of the program is, and what the jobs that we have at the moment that you can apply for. All right. And then after that call, if it is still something that you would want to pursue with us, we will then send you application forms, and then we will do a virtual interview with you. If you are in the Gauteng area and we are closer to a level 2 in lockdown, we do prefer to do a face-to-face call with spouse if possible and if applicable, that we can actually take you through the program from start to finish with documentation that you require and all the fine details about the immigration process. We will also ask you a few questions, obviously, because it is an interview that you are going to be fulfilling a position in America, and you are going to be representing Visa Solutions and Induku in America. And it's very important for us to understand what type of person are we sending to America and what person or family are going to be fulfilling the obligations on that side. So, and then after that, then you would obviously fall through the whole process, and you would your application would start, and you would make your way through the whole immigration process. So what we are going to be doing today, we are doing a virtual conference. So we are going to be taking you, I'm going to share my screen in a second, and we are going to take you through what we normally would do in an interview and a conference scenario. And we are going to be sharing with you the positions that we do have currently. A little bit of history on where we've just come from and out of lockdown is obviously COVID had an impact on immigration as well in America, as you can imagine. But for the last 8 months, we haven't had any positions. When we started, as Trevor said, in 2019, we got given about 200 positions. Of what we have been filled, we filled 130 of those positions. The other positions were filled with the other branches from Mexico, Poland, etc. But over the last period, over the last 8 months, we haven't had any positions. All right, so it is a bit of a seasonal scenario, but at the moment, the good news is we have got close to 1,700 positions and counting. All right, it might sound like a lot of positions. It is not. By the amount of calls and stuff that Trevor and I have batted over the last few days, these positions will go quickly. All right. I'm not a salesman. I'm just telling you what is happening at the moment with the scenario that we are being faced with. All right. So if this is something that you want to explore, these are the opportunities and the process that you should follow. If after this call that what we've explained to you is something that you would want to pursue as a family or an applicant, get hold of us. You can get hold of us from on our website. Our contact details are on there, or you can drop us a mail, or you can give us a call. We will set up an interview process with you, and then we will get the ball rolling for you. Okay, so the 1,700 positions we got currently are with amazing companies in America. These are top 100 companies in America, from large soft drink companies to major logistic companies in America. We've got a range of, all these positions are entry-level positions, so they don't really require any experience for you to apply for these positions. Some of them do require a bit more labor-intensive positions, but they have been priced accordingly. All right, so I think, Trevor, I think we've given them a good understanding of what we're going to be doing today. Yep. I think it's maybe vital for us to maybe jump into the process, unless there's something else you want to bat before then.
Len, I think what we do need to share with everybody is, let's just quickly go back to Induku, the name Induku. Guys, Lenny and I in the Induku group, we're not here to say to you, we think that you must immigrate. We are a company that is firm in believing that we need to give you the correct tools that you can make the decisions that are right for you and your family. So Induku in Zulu means the shepherd's rod. So we would like to guide people along the right path if that is where they would like to get to. So once again, we are in a space where, let's just face realities, a lot of people are investigating this. And if you're part of this call today, you are probably in that space. So then, Lenny, they're in the right time and space. What we're saying is we have to provide you with the right tools, the correct information, so that you can make the decisions that will be right for you and your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
All right.
Let's start.
So guys, so let's start. I'm going to share my screen and we'll take you through the whole presentation. Okay.
Good, guys. So we have this program, like we mentioned, with the internationally acclaimed Visa Solutions. They've been in the immigration space for over 12 years. I'm sure you've also found out about Visa Solutions. We've had Jose as well as Eric on numerous green rooms with us. And this is what they do, and this is what they do exceptionally well. And their heart's desire is to help you to get to America and live your dream. And obviously, being on this call today means that Lenny and I would like to say to you, congratulations. It's your first step towards living your dream in the USA. So as we go through this, you'll start seeing that this is something that is real and it's tangible. It's something that can really, really happen in your lives. You know, many people, you stand at a braai and you stand at a barbecue, right? And you talk to your friends and family about, yes, if I could leave tomorrow, I would. We're saying to you that if you want to, it's not going to be tomorrow, but we can help you get there. Mm-hmm. So as you well know, in the space of immigration for South Africans specifically, if you've got a South African passport, you've got a couple of options, 4 options specifically that can get you into America. You have obviously a family sponsored visa that could take you, Lenny, you and I have heard up to 13 years. Some people have waited. You obviously have the lottery, an EB5, which is the investment step to take you to America, or what we're going to dive into today is which we call an EB3, an employment-based visa to get you a permanent residency in the United States, also known as a green card. All right, so a green card, guys, what does a green card mean? A green card is a permanent residence. In other words, you will be in America living and enjoying life as any American would. In other words, you have got all the benefits. Your kids can have the proper education. You can go through life living as though you were born in America, except what would happen is you cannot vote until such time as you're a citizen. You are not entitled to vote, but you can, after 5 years of permanent residency, you can apply for your citizenship. And this program that we do and what we offer is that we, through this process and the timelines Lenny will talk to you just now about, but you will leave South African shores with a green card or a permanent residency in hand. And I think that is an amazing opportunity. And if you haven't sort of looked into what that means, go and investigate that, and you'll see that is an opportunity of a lifetime. And that's why Lenny mentioned, you know, you're talking about 1,600 positions. It sounds nice and fantastic in terms of a number. Realistically speaking, guys, that's not big for the South African market. So Lenny, let's take a look in what the process is.
Okay, guys, so what we will do is we'll start on an application. So what is required? You need to be of a minimum age of 18 years old. You need to be able to interact in an intermediate written and verbal English communication manner, a clear criminal record. It is vital in this program. And then any part of immigration is they're going to look at a criminal record. If you do have a criminal record in any space in the world, they will find out about this. And any part of this application is you have to be as honest as possible. If you're going to try and sneak through in an application with a DUI or something under your name and don't think it's serious, they will find out about it, and your application could be jeopardized with that.
Lenny, maybe just for a break there for a second. 2 things that would stop you and I from successfully getting our applicants and candidates into the USA is obviously this that you mentioned now. And the second thing is, guys, if you were ever in the United States of America on a visa, for example, you're supposed to leave on the 31st of August, and you decided it's all right, we're going to leave on the 9th of September, America can ban you for 10 years. So those 2 things are massive factors, and those are the only 2 elements that will prohibit us from getting you through this pathway. So
yeah, absolutely. No, it's vital understanding, because we will be covering the guarantee of the program as well, and how that will impact the guarantee on those topics. The other thing is, as you can see in point 3 there, is a good attitude. It might look and sound like, why would they put a good attitude in something like this? You got to understand that companies in America are looking for people of this caliber. They're not just going to take anybody as well. You will have to go through a process of interview with these companies as well. And what they are requiring, they're requiring someone with a good attitude. So 10 to 1, they are not getting that from their locals that they are trying to employ that side, but it's a big part of the company's ethics as well, is that they want to work with people that have got a good attitude. All right. And then the last point is the commitment. So obviously the position that you are going to be employed for is a permanent employment position. It's not a contract basis or anything like that. There'll be certain benefits attached to each opportunity, but there will be a commitment required from you as the main applicant. Obviously, that is only for the main applicant. The spouse or children that are under the age of 21 will be able to do whatever they want with their green cards. All right. The next step is then the job offer. So once you've done the application form, you will be able to select which job you would want. So we will forward you the range of jobs. We would ask you to apply for a minimum of 2 of these positions. And then we will send through your first preference to the company that you want to go work for. And you can choose which city and which state when we have these things available as such. All right. And then you will get, if you are successful in that job application, they will send you a job offer. The job offer will be a 1-page document just outlining the job title, the responsibilities, the location, the compensation, and the benefits. All right. This is in order to submit you to Department of Labor. Okay. Just a point on that, Department of Labor, at that process, once you are submitted to Department of Labor, this is when they look at the company that is willing to sponsor you a labor certificate. They look at the company, they don't look at the individual as well. All right. The next process, as you'll see at the bottom of the timeline, I don't know if it's big enough for you guys to see, but I will quickly go through that. From application form, job offer, as I said, you go through Department of Labor process. After the Department of Labor process, you will go to a USCIS application. USCIS means United States Citizen Immigration Services, which means that is your immigration part of the program. That's when they look at the applicant and the family. All right. All the timelines are there. These timelines are all estimates. As you can imagine, we've just come out of COVID and we are actually still in COVID. There are still certain delays, as you can ask some of the people that are in our program at the moment. The delays have gone on estimated timelines from when we started this program from 12 to 14 months, and we are sitting at the process where it's between 18 to 24 months at the moment. Once again, it is estimated timelines. All right. The next step after USCIS application, you will go to National Visa Center. It's obviously not in there, but that is a process you have to go through. It's about 2 to 3 months. That is a step just before the US consulate interview. At the moment, the US consulate have partially opened. They gave us 10 applications this month, but at the moment, obviously you can imagine the backlog that is there at the moment, that it will take quite a while for that backlog to be eradicated before they get to some of the applications that are come through. We do think that by the time that applications that are coming through at the moment, by the time that you get to US consulate, most of the backlog would have been eradicated. Obviously looking at a post-COVID scenario, that your timelines might look different as well. All right. And then the last one is at the consulate interview is this time when you get a green card approval as well. All right. Once you get the green card approval after sitting with the commissioner, they will take your passports there and then, put the temporary green cards in your passports, and then DHL it, or you'll be able to come and pick it up at the consulate after that, which means 40 days after that process, the main applicant will need to start work in America. All right. After that, your relocation process starts. Visa Solutions assist with that. We will touch on that a little bit later as well. And then first day at work, a couple of days after that. All right. Part of the relocation space is that Visa Solutions can assist you with that. Your green card process is once you land in America, the temporary green card becomes the 10-year green card. And then Visa Solutions assist you with all the basic relocation. They can help you with changing your driver's license into American driver's license, help you get some form of a credit score, get a cell phone contract, all the basics to get you hit the road running. That's what Visa Solutions will be able to assist you with. And then obviously the next step for the main applicant is to begin work on that. Like I said, we are thrilled to present this to you, and we want to congratulate you for taking this step, because there's a lot of people looking for opportunities like this at the moment, and you have found what we say is the no-brainer. All right. Now we get to the next stage. I'm going to ask Trevor to talk us through this one.
Yeah, thanks, Lenny. I think before we even talk about the numbers, let's just focus one's attention to the bottom left-hand side of your screen. You'll see that the very important wording there is our guarantee. So, guys, the verbiage is important. Understand that only the American government can issue you a green card. So we are very clear about the fact that what we are guaranteeing is your investment into your immigration process. Okay. So if for any reason from our side, Visa Solutions side, you are not successful in your application fee, when your application to get a permanent residency, your investment is refunded less an administrative fee of $2,500. So really, guys, Lenny, like you said, it's a no-brainer. There is no risk. What we're saying to you is this is the real deal. And we've obviously been around long enough to be able to prove each and every aspect of that which Lenny and I have shared to you today. Let's quickly talk about the numbers. Guys, we've got opportunities ranging from $15,000 to $25,000 for the main applicant. Okay, you can see there's a couple of green ticks in terms of what that covers. Quite honestly, there's a lot that is covered in there in terms of the immigration process. The great news is this, when I was looking at Australia, there was always hidden costs and additional costs, and now we need to certify this, and we need to do this, and we need to do that, and there were so many elements that you actually never knew exactly what your bottom line figure was going to be. Yeah, you are very, very well informed and educated about the fact that this is what it's going to cost you. This is the amount of money that's going to cost you in terms of your family fees. And once again, it's an investment into your and your family's future. We need to spend time with you in unpacking what that process looks like and where the money goes towards and how it works. But what you need to do is get in touch with us if this is something you are serious about. People need to remember and understand, and Lenny's going to share with you a little bit about what your options are in terms of payment plans. But, I use this example when people stole my son's quad bike, unfortunately, even my son turned around because he knows what the bigger plan is. And he turned around and he said to me, "Dad, please don't spend the money here, put it into my US dollar account." So what happens is you start having a shift in terms of your mentality, in terms of the space that you're in, and the things that you don't think you need, you can start selling, start planning. Within 2 years from today, you could be in America. And those are the realities. Lenny, maybe chat a little bit around the payment options.
Yeah, exactly. So just to touch on that as well, so that for the main applicant, that is what the cost will be. For the family fees, like we said, this program covers spouse and children under the age of 21 that are not married. And those fees range also from $2,000 to $3,000 for the family fees. Cool. All right. So if I can then just get to maybe the fee schedule as well. So obviously, what Visa Solutions offer you in this program is opportunity to pay these things off in a various different ways. If you are in the position to pay everything at once, you will get a $2,000 discount. All right. So the pricing here that we've got is for the popular positions. So if I can just touch on the popular positions and how it will work, like I mentioned in the beginning, there will be certain range of positions. Some of the positions do require a little bit more labor intensive, and those positions will carry a lesser fee. All right. So that will also be adjusted on the different payment plans accordingly. So if you do want to, get in touch with us to talk through the various different payment plans for the other positions, please do that as well. But for the more popular positions, we have priced the schedule fee accordingly. All right. So the first one is, like I said, if you can afford to pay everything upfront and you are happy to take out the risk of the rand depreciating a lot. I can just tell you guys a story that when we started this program, the rand was under 14 to the dollar. And obviously when we went into COVID, this program was a different scenario for people that was in the program, where their program went from $14 to $19 to the US dollar, it changes your whole equation. So what people would have done is that some people took on the program to pay everything off, and they got the $2,000 discount, and they know what they are in for. All right. If you are in a space that you can't do that, we do offer one that is a monthly installment scenario. After you've signed your service agreement, you pay $3,000, and for 11 months after that, you pay $2,000 per month. The family fees will be required after Department of Labor approval. All right. And then the last installment, which is option 2 on your screen, is the more popular process to follow. It's just because people find it easier to part with money once they see some progress in their process. So after service agreement, you pay 25%, which is $6,500. After Department of Labor approval, you pay 50%, which is $12,000, and your family fees after that. And when you get your USCIS approval, which is immigration, you pay the other 25%, which is $6,500. As you can see, we have catered for everyone. All right. So this is a thing that Visa Solutions have done, is to look after everybody. And please get in contact with us and talk to us with what your scenario is.
Mm-hmm. Len, I think maybe what's important to let everybody understand is that how it actually works is that everybody is going to be paying $25,000 on certain of these jobs and certain of the positions. For example, there might be out in places where not everybody raises their hands up in a second to get to. So there is then an incentive behind that then covers a large portion of the fee that is due.
Like a sign-up bonus, yeah.
Correct, 100% right. Just so people understand the differentiation over there.
Okay, cool. Guys, and that is pretty much it. We have come to the end of our conference, and we've covered majority of these things. Obviously, the finer details of the program is like documentation, what is required. This is what we discuss when we go into the interview. We talk about the main medical that you would have to go through just before consulate, which is vitally, vitally important. What role do we play at that stage? How do we guide you through the interviews that you have to go through at main medical? How do we guide you for the interview that you have to go and sit in front of the commissioner? These things, we hold your hand with the whole process. Guys, this is a golden opportunity for people that have made up their minds that they want to immigrate. And like I said to you, 1,700 positions sound like a lot of positions. Out of the people that we've got in our program is that we get referrals all the time. The people that we get through our marketing and stuff like that, they refer people as well. So 1,700 positions is not. The pool is small. All right. So there's a lot of demand, not a lot of supply. Like I said, I'm not a salesperson. I'm just taking a lot of calls at the moment and sketching the reality that we have at the moment. All right. Trevor, I don't know if you want to add something.
Yeah, I think, Lenny, I think that both you and I have got the same heart. We're wanting to help people in the right space, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what we do as Nduku as a whole. Guys, we're very excited to announce to you that we have also opened up our Cape Town branch that's going to be officially open and running from the 1st of August. So if you'd like to meet face-to-face with Christine, we'll also share in the weeks to come the staff that is behind making this a reality for you. The office, the Visa Solutions office, is in a space and time at the moment where they have expanded into beautiful new facilities and expanding the team, where they're literally going to be having someone in their office that is going to assist our current people in the program with the relocation. So what we're saying in a nutshell is that everything that you are going to need to get yourself to America successfully is in our hands, and we would like to share that with you and help you along that path. So like Lenny mentioned to you, get in touch with someone in the Nduku family. Let's meet with you, sit down with you. And we'd like to add in this point, there is no cost to the interviews, to the time. Our heart is to guide you along the right path. If it is for you, that's great. We then start the relationship. If we guide you to a place where you decide that you rather want to go elsewhere, that's also fantastic, and we help and we support you. If it's something that you want to do to make this a reality in your life, you would like to have the live your dream, the American dream, whatever you want to title it as, call it as, if that is you, then please contact us. Let's help you.
Okay. Trevor, I think at this time we do have some time left. If we could maybe just address some questions that have come through.
Absolutely.
I think it's quite
yes,
important.
good space.
Yeah, so we got, so I've learned not to mention the names that have come through, just because in case sometimes people don't want other people to know that they are immigrating.
Maybe you don't want your mom-in-law to know.
Yeah, exactly. Not yet. tell them at the airport. All right. So, guys, so the first question we got, is it fair to say that the fees that we would cover the cost of the US company to sponsor the visa? So to remember that the EB3 is, although it says sponsored employment, all right, it's through the employment-based sponsored employment, the company sponsors you a labor certificate. That is what the company is doing. They do not sponsor your immigration fees. All right. So all these other things are, that's what the fees that Visa Solutions charge is what it covers. It covers your immigration fees, everything from Department of Labor and onwards. All right.
And I think it's important to understand there is certain factors with regards to the relocation and the stuff that Lenny mentioned to you earlier. Assistance with social security numbers being collected at the airports, driver's licenses, cell phone contracts, a lot of that stuff. So as Lenny mentioned, just to reiterate, everything up to and including Department of Labor certification approval that is covered by the company that you're going to work for, your immigration process and relocation professional, those fees, immigration fees per se into that, which includes, I might add, is including your USCIS expeditory fees. That is also included in the pricing, and that's across the board.
Yeah. Another question, with a time frame of years, if your company is 2 years old, how many successful applicants have you had to the US? Okay, so give you some background information on Visa Solutions. So Visa Solutions came to South Africa in 2017 with a trucking program called Drive Your Dream. All right, so with the trucking program, it works on exactly the same basis as the Live Your Dream. All they're doing is that they employed truck drivers. So these are code 14 truck drivers that are going to be fulfilling a skilled position in America. All right. With that program, they've got 1,300 truck drivers in that program. They have successfully relocated with green cards 150 odd people of that program from South Africa. All right. When we started in 2019, our first family, shame, bless their soul, they should have been in America already. COVID.
From October.
they've been waiting at consulate since October last year. All right. So once consulate opens properly, they will be our first family from the Live Your Dream side that will be going across. And from that, we've probably got about 6 or 7 families waiting for their consulate appointment. All right. So that's just to give you a bit of idea about the success that Visa Solutions have had. All right.
That's just from South Africa. I mean,
that's just from South Africa.
From Poland and the rest of there was 3 guys that got their green cards yesterday. I think it was. I stand under correction from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Poland has had successful green. Obviously, everywhere else in the world, guys, the embassy is open at the moment. So that is continuing quite strong on that side of things. We unfortunately are in a situation where we've got a lot of people NVC complete that just cannot get into an embassy right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, some good questions coming through at the moment. Another one, is it possible for one spouse to go and the other one to follow later? Absolutely. Yeah, we do have an option where it is a follow to join if you want to be longer than 6 months. All right. So what we are saying is that when you guys go as a family to the consulate and you get your temporary green cards in your passport, that is valid for 6 months. Okay. So if the main applicant, which say for instance the husband can go across and go start fulfilling the obligation of the employment, the rest of the family can follow within a 6-month period, as long as they do within that 6-month period, in order so that the green card doesn't expire. All right. All right. The next one is, how long would you need to work for the company you signed the contract with, in terms of keeping the line? Trev, you want to catch this one?
Yeah, so you just repeat the question.
So how long would you have to work for the company
so
on a contract?
So remember, as Lenny mentioned, you permanently employed for the company, and inevitably what happens is South Africans, I mean, let's say I go across and I work for a top 100 logistics company. what inevitably happens is that you start moving yourself up in the ranks, right? So you start off as an administrative person, and very quickly, because as you well know, people love South Africans. We are resilient, we're hardworking. What starts happening is you're going to start getting moved up into the different positions within the company. Let's say after 14 months or 15 months or something like that, the same as what it would be in South Africa, if you feel that you are not moving into places and spaces that is correct for you in that time and place within that company, you would engage with them, and from there, if there was still an opportunity or there was an opportunity elsewhere, you could then hand your resignation and move along to the next company that you wanted to. The key here is that you're permanently employed. So if you're going to stay with that company until you're 70 years old and work your way up and run the hotel, for example, start at reception, become a line manager, become a one of the managers, and then run the hotel. I mean, there's the world is your oyster. This is America we're talking about. So once again, permanently employed, there is no contract. There is no, you're not locked in for a certain amount of time. And I trust that answered your question. If you have any further questions with regards to that, you can contact us.
Okay. Then one or two more. What positions are available and what are the annual incomes? So obviously these positions are all entry-level positions. First of all, is to understand that we are not going to be able to get you into the States on your skill set. That's why it's important for us to guide you in the space where, say, for instance, your husband is the one that is more qualified, maybe you're an engineer or something like that, and we'll be able to bring in a budget shortfall a lot quicker and more successful than, for instance, the wife. It is maybe better for the wife to be the main applicant for a full administrative role in one of the positions that we've got, so that you can earn your budget and the stuff that is required. The positions do pay roughly between $12 to $15 an hour. You're required to work, it depends on what the position is, required to work between 35 and 40 hours a week in these positions as well.
Yeah, I think what's important there to understand, guys, is that in America, in South Africa, we say it's an entry-level position and you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to be doing X or Y. Okay. In America, everybody earns a living wage. In America, currently, the unemployment rate is less than 6%, and that's coming off the back of COVID. So there are more jobs than what there are people at the moment, and this is where the problem lies. So you are earning a living wage, doesn't matter whether you're an admin person or whatever you're doing in terms of those jobs that we've already got approved via the Department of Labor. And the wage determination stipulates the wages that you're going to earn. I think maybe, Lenny, at this point in time, it's critical to say to people that a family of four, so in other words, like Lenny's family or my family, you'd probably be on a household budget or an average budget of approximately $5,000. That would mean that if I was the main applicant and I was earning approximately $2,100, that my wife would need to then be earning approximately $3,000 for us to live a very comfortable life. If you don't have that scenario, you're going to be dipping back into capital, or you're going to be doing whatever you're doing. If you've got businesses still here, we've got a lot of entrepreneurs that are part of our program. Then obviously you'd still have income and revenue coming from this side of things. So it's well in one's reach and in one's means. Lenny and I have both been in America, and we often laugh about the fact that the lady that watches your kids jump at a trampoline place will say to you she can't wait for a holiday because she's going on a skiing trip. Everybody lives a different life in America. It's not like you are categorized.
Yeah. So if I can touch on some of the positions we do have 12 companies that we recruit for in 50 different cities and 20 different states. These positions range from working in a hotel as a room attendant, cleaning rooms, as a line chef, preparing food in the kitchen, as a pallet repair attendant, where you actually repair pallets. We can send you a video. It is such a cool video where this guy looks like Tim the Toolman Taylor, where he just cuts this thing and nails this new pallet down. There's stuff like that. Those are the more labor-intensive positions. Then there's a forklift driver. Then there's the positions that will be a little bit more popular amongst people, which is you work for a very large soft drink company, and you'll be doing some admin work on that. We've got positions with a large, as we said, logistics company, same admin positions. And if I can just go into the other question, this is why would the companies not find local applicants if the labor shortage in America? So America finds themselves in a very, very strange scenario with all the extra checks and stuff that they have actually given their citizens, is that the people haven't all returned back to work. There is a scenario, I mean, it's bizarre. For McDonald's, for instance, McDonald's is offering people $50 just to come in for an interview. They are short of laborers, and they will pay all your food just to come and work. It's a totally different thing to try and understand from a South African perspective, where our unemployment is 40% and we have got no jobs, to a place where there's too many positions. And obviously there's, once again, to understand, it's entry-level positions after all. And then people, they jump around from one position to the other position. They go through a training process with the locals, and they just don't stick around. This is why this program, as much as it is a no-brainer for South Africans, it is a no-brainer for Americans as well, because they know they are going to have a shortage of these positions, not just for the next 6 months. They're going to have it for a couple of years. And this is what they've been going through for a long, long time.
Yeah, so it's a solution for the company as well as for South Africans. And I think, Lenny, what's very important for people to understand is this, that the Department of Labor process that we speak of, and you keep on hearing the DOL process, as a company, we need to ensure that the company has done enough homework research. Are there people there looking for jobs in America? So that is why there aren't jobs. For example, we're looking for a senior accounts manager. You're not going to go through the intensive administrative work and proof of everything that you had to do and advertising and everything else for one position to get a Lenny de Villiers to go across there as a senior accounts manager. It will never happen. You've got to wait for a time period. You've got to do advertising. You've got to do a whole lot of things. So they're not going to do it for that type of a position. They're going to do it for the positions that there are many of and that they can't get the people for. And that's why these positions are very, very strategically in place for that purpose. So we're looking for a number of people in each one of these companies. And on the back of that, these companies benefit in having South Africans come there looking for a better opportunity, a better life, freedom of choice, freedom of opportunity, that your kids can do whatever they want to do, and they're not restricted by certain elements. So, I think that these are the key points to remember and understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, I don't really see a lot of other questions. Will I forfeit a green card if you lose your employment in the US? So depends on what you do. The thing is, it's a case-by-case basis. If you robbed some place and you lost your job because of it, you're probably going to lose your green card as well. But if you just lose your job because the company goes under, you will not lose your green card.
Yeah, I think it's a good example. Not that any of the companies we're busy with are going to have that sort of issue, Lenny. Sure. But I think that what we're trying to say is this: if you do what you're supposed to do, you're not going to be in a place of not fitting in. If there is an element where you simply don't get along with a person, it doesn't impact your green card. Okay, so very much in the world of immigration, there's talk about intent, right? So what is your intent? Do you go across there and arrive drunk at the office 3 days of the week so that they're going to fire you? What is your intent? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's critical to understand, guys. I think be mindful of the fact that the companies there are looking for great, solid people to come and help them take their businesses forward. There are currently businesses closing in America because they don't have people to do the work.
Yeah. So like I said, guys, it's a totally different scenario in America than it is in South Africa.
Difficult to perceive because
exactly
in South Africa we're in a different space.
Absolutely. And is to understand that the program that Visa Solutions have put together, it works as a no-brainer for everybody. Okay, for people that are looking to go to America and live the American dream, it is a possibility through this program. For the companies in America, they are starved for laborers. This thing works out well for them. So like I said, we've got 130 people that are waiting, that are in the program, that are at various stages. And I saw there was one question: can we speak to some of your successful applicants? We've given people some of the contact details of the truck drivers that are currently driving in America. If you want to go that far, you can speak to some of the families that are waiting for consulate interviews, because at that stage, very, very close to getting your green card. You can speak to them about what their experience was with Visa Solutions. We have had a green room webinar with 2 of those families, Lutvin families and the Ritchie family.
Yes.
You can chat to them as well. We can try and get their contact details if they agree on that. But guys, don't hesitate. If this is something that you want to do, like I said, we've got the 1,700 positions. Get in contact with us.
I think, Lenny, what we're finding now is that people that are serious about this are going to go, is this a scam? Is this really something that's legitimate and something that can work and something that can happen? So maybe for those people, Lenny and I have been on News 24, E-News, Newsroom Africa.
Newsroom Africa.
We've been in all of these spaces and places. We invite you to go and check and go and see. We are happy to show you, both Lenny and I are in this program as well. We are happy to show you our Department of Labor approval documents. We are happy to show you and disclose to you that which will give you comfort, to make you feel that you know that you are in this for the right reasons and the right plans. We've even had families, we've had families where there was a denial through the Trump proclamation. And at that point in time, they kicked out some of the audits that were there at Department of Labor. And some families turned around and said that, listen, my world has changed. We even had, unfortunately, a death in one of the families. And their environments changed and the scenarios changed, and wasn't any reason for them. And they asked for a refund. And we can even give you their details to confirm, do they live up to their word? Do they refund people? Mm-hmm. So any question that you might have, anything that would give you comfort and the understanding that we are here to do this on the right basis, Lenny and I and the team of Induku and the team at Visa Solutions is more than happy to do.
All right, guys. So I think that's it for us for today. We've given you a lot of information. We've given you all the things to get in contact with us. You know, this is something for you. Like Trevor said, the first call and the first interview, there's no obligation or no cost to it. Get in contact with us. We'll put you in touch with one of our sales agents, or you can speak to us directly, and then we will guide you accordingly. All right. I
think, Lenny, maybe just let's let everybody know, info@indukugroup.com is an email that you can tap into, drop through email questions. Let's start setting up the interviews and that sort of stuff, and let's start your process for you.
Cool, guys. Great. And then we'll probably see you next week with a normal green room slot. We will be covering another aspect of immigration. Hope you have a great day, and we'll chat to you soon.
Great. Thank you.